Choo Choo Charles is a bizarre concept, an evil spider-legged train that stalks you across a haunted island, but hilariously, it works. The game fully embraces its absurd horror comedy premise and delivers an experience that feels like a fever dream brought to life. You play as an archivist trying to take down Charles with your own upgradable train, and it's as chaotic and strange as it sounds. Between tracking down scraps, meeting eccentric islanders, and unlocking weapons, the game never takes itself too seriously, but that's part of the charm. Despite its simple gameplay design, it's surprisingly effective. You're constantly fending off the huge, formidable Charles while navigating smaller dungeon-like areas full of creepy mask-wearing cultists. These moments offer a solid challenge, keeping you on your toes as you switch between combat and stealth. The side quests add a dose of weird humor, especially the unforgettable Pickle Lady, and they help flesh out the game's oddball world. There's an underlying sense that this universe has more to offer, and it could easily be expanded in a sequel or a spin-off with even more depth.
I need my pickles!
Visually, the graphics are definitely on the crude side, but it doesn't take away from the experience. In fact, it fits the game's B-movie horror vibe pretty well. The real standout is the sound design. Hearing that distant, distorted choo-choo signal is terrifying. Charles's approach never fails to induce panic. It's genuinely nerve-wracking in the best way. Overall, Choo Choo Charles is a creative, cool little game that thrives on its originality and offbeat energy. It's short and rough around the edges, but completely unforgettable. And there's definitely room to grow this freaky franchise. I give Choo Choo Charles a 6 out of 10. The Beast Inside is a well-crafted horror experience that delivers a strong mix of atmospheric storytelling, clever puzzles, and truly fun jump scares. From the opening moments, the game sets a tense, eerie mood that doesn't let up, using darkness and lighting mechanics like matches and kerosene lamps to great effect. Exploring the haunted house and uncovering its dark history feels immersive thanks to the sheer amount of interactable objects, which help make the world feel lived in and just a bit dangerous. The jump scares come often, but they're well timed and effective, keeping you constantly on edge. What really makes the gameplay shine are its creative puzzles and unexpected mechanics. There are several standout sequences that blend stealth, tension, and problem solving in satisfying ways, with a few moments that genuinely surprise you with how inventive they are. The game includes some stealth sections that add a nice break from the puzzle solving and give the horror a more grounded immediate threat. It's not just cheap scares, there's some real thought behind the way moments are paced and designed. The story is both intriguing and confusing, bouncing between two timelines and slowly revealing its mystery through environmental storytelling and cutscenes. It's the kind of tale that raises more questions the deeper you go, and while that can be a bit disorienting, it also keeps you hooked. Visually, the game leans into its darkness, creating a heavy, oppressive atmosphere that's perfect for horror. If you're a fan of psychological scares, puzzle-driven gameplay, and flickering lights hiding something just out of reach, The Beast Inside offers a chilling and memorable experience, even with a few technical hiccups.
Jesus, are you trying to kill me again?
I don't want to sound hysterical, but I saw someone.
I give The
What are
Beast
you talking
Inside
about?
Someone's here, in front
an
of the
8
house.
out of
But
10.
Maybe it's someone from the office? You know, about work?
I'd been
careers,
meaning to play the
information.
park for ages, but just never got around to it, until now. And honestly, I'm really glad I finally picked it up because it turned out to be surprisingly really good. What initially seems like a simple haunted amusement park story quickly spirals into something much deeper, darker, and more emotional. The narrative explores themes of grief, guilt, and mental health in a way that caught me off guard in the best way. It's a short experience, but the writing and voice acting are strong enough to make it stick with you.
The next morning, the woodcutter leads the children into the forest. Before they leave, their mother gives them a slice of bread and warns them that they will get no more food that day. Clever Hansel leaves a trail of white stones behind them as they pass into the woods.
The atmosphere is tense and unsettling throughout, with some genuinely good jump scares scattered across the eerie abandoned park. That said, there are a few cheesy ones that feel a bit more like haunted house attractions than actual psychological horror, but they don't ruin the mood. The environmental storytelling is well done, and the slow burn pacing works in the game's favor. Unfortunately, I did hit a game-breaking glitch where a key door wouldn't open unless I restarted the entire game. It wasn't the end of the world, but it definitely pulled me out of the experience for a bit, and slowed my momentum. What impresses me most is how the park manages to feel so smart and deliberately crafted despite being tied to a now defunct 2012 MMO. Knowing that the larger franchise has come and gone makes me wish a spiritual successor would happen, though that seems unlikely. Still, what is here is absolutely worth experiencing. It's a thoughtful, creepy, and emotional ride that lingers long after the credits roll. For anyone who enjoys narrative driven horror with a psychological edge, the park is a hidden gem that absolutely deserves your time. I give the park a 7 out of 10.
It's a matter of public record that I am a failure as a mother.